it's time to go. You know, El Greco comes along with that painting as Jesus doing that. And John has a very different message. Destroy this temple. He's Jeremiah. And he ends the gospel with the raising of Lazarus. This is so important to me. I have a new book coming out about this. Is my commercial break. Lazarus. Why? Lazarus, Monica Hellwig taught me when I was a kid. Lazarus is the whole human race. And Jesus says, come out of the empire. Come out of the culture of death. He's raising the whole human race. Well, then you can get... So I don't see Jesus as a raging, angry lunatic. I see him as Thich Nhat Hanh, calm, centered, like Tutu. I was very doing nonviolent. So Hitler, I just think with all of you that we can discuss this, and we need to discuss this, but I don't want to let it paralyze us so that we don't try to work to end the killings now. There are great books just out now, and what about nonviolent resistance to the Nazis, and can this work? And Gandhi was asked about this all the time, but Gandhi and Dorothy Day during that time insisted this isn't going to work. There were 250 Jews imprisoned as COs against the United States for refusing to go and fight the Nazis. And I could go on and on about that. I just... I don't want to throw Jesus out. I know that there were thousands of people who tried to non-violently resist the Nazis, and they gave their lives for it. For me, the greatest being Franz Jägerstätter. He's my model and teacher from Austria, who was beheaded. I think we're still suffering from everything that's happened. I could go on and on. It's all due to World War II, the consequences of our violence and so forth. Srebrenica in Bosnia, the same thing. This is not passivity. And the empire, sooner or later, is going to co-opt this language. I think for the first time I heard this word used in the United States. I've been waiting for it. Because Bush talks about liberation, love, peace, and Obama 2 weeks ago used the word nonviolence. While he's bombing children in Afghanistan and Pakistan and putting more money into Los Alamos than anyone. So nonviolence is not intervening, or not intervening. It's intervening everywhere, from Bosnia to Rwanda, but nonviolently. And Gandhi has the whole layout of how that could work. You turn all that money into resources in an interim period to disarm the planet and get rid of the roots of the war, which is poverty and disease, and generations of people insane with hatreds for one another because they haven't been taught this by the religious communities and so forth and so on. So much suffering. Thank you so much, sister, for your life work at CPT. And you answer the question better than I, and I think it's the same thing. You just take it to the prayer, to God. I think your work is standing at the foot of the cross. And you stand at the foot of the cross, and you're with the suffering people. And I'm trying to say that Jesus to Gandhi say the anger thing is not going to work. Let me put it this way. I'm not sure it will help the Palestinians or oppressed people. I may be wrong. I'm just trying to... So, you know, but keep bringing what you're going through into the story of Jesus, and it will heal you. But just take care of yourself, sister, on this journey. We need you for a long haul, you know.
Thank you, John. I'm very sorry I've been asked to cut the session. And
thank you all so very much.
Thank you very much, John. And maybe in closing, if I can use the privilege of chairperson or moderator, I think it is important once again, as we read the Bible, to really engage it, wrestle with it. Jesus enters the temple 3 times in the Gospel of Mark that we referred to. And in chapter 13, verse 2, after he sits down with the disciples looking at the treasure, the widow is offering, and the rich are also giving their offerings. He asks them, who has offered the most? And he says to his disciple at the end, in 3 days I'm going to destroy this whole temple. So it is important for us as Christians and as partners with Sabeel to engage with the biblical text very robustly, honestly, and leave no stone unturned. And perhaps to our fellow Americans, as you go back, remember that we've also had Malcolm X, who spoke of the field nigger and the house nigger, and that these two niggers respond differently to these issues. So it will be very helpful, I think, moving forward, John and others, to really interrogate who is saying nonviolence and who is saying the armed struggle. It's very important to do those things. Nelson Mandela stayed in jail for many years because he refused to renounce the armed struggle. But eventually, when he was out of jail, he did tell people to throw the weapons into the sea. So it is a very interesting debate. Let us continue to engage with it unashamedly. The Dalits in India have serious issues with Mahatma Gandhi because he never took up their issues, and same with the Adivasis. So let us continue to engage issues of resistance and that spirituality, and make sure that Palestinians are not given another cheap non-violence propaganda by the empire. May you enjoy the remainder of this day and have a good day. Thank you.